Welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. Our match today is Maximilian Lechner from Austria versus Wiktor Zielinski from Poland. It's a race to 9, alternate break. The 9 balls racked on the spot. 3 consecutive fouls by the same player has lost the game. 3 object balls must go past the head string for a legal break. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network. I don't know exactly which gentleman this is yet. I don't know who exactly won the lag. I don't know all these players. I have to see them more often. Looks like something's on the cue ball. I think this is Maximilian. I'm not sure. Lechner. Wish I had a name like that. But breaking from the left side, left bottom, drawing the cue ball to the side rail. Trying to anyway, and get the right amount of pull balls behind the head string after the break. Well, as usual, looks like a dry atmosphere to me. He'll just roll the 1 ball to the bottom rail and put him behind the pink 4 ball. I think it's an easy safety. Unless the 4 ball's blocking doing that, he'll have to do something else. He might bank the 1 back down table and then stun the cue ball under the 8 and the 4. That'll be if you can't roll the 1 ball to the bottom rail, he can't roll it, just roll it to the bottom rail. Maybe he can. He's trying. Obviously, there's no shot clock on this unless he took an extension. He should just bank the 1 ball back between the 4 and the 8 and then send the cue ball underneath. He's doing something else. He's going to draw over behind the 3. Looks like. And that's a good shot, too. I don't know why it took him that long to do that, but it's a good shot. He's going to kick 2 rails. You can see where he's pointing to try to hit the side of the ball. I can't see the players' faces. I don't know who's who. I think this is, I don't know. 2 rails, right top. I'll have to wait till they score. Because I can't hardly see their heads or their faces. And I don't even know who they are, really. But I don't even know if I've got time enough left in my life to find out who anybody is playing right now. He's going to play a combination on the 7. It's not the hardest shot in the world, but you just got to pay attention. He'll just stop it lightly. Lechner. This is a 1-angle camera too, and I can't hardly, their heads go out of the view all the time. He'll just put a lot of spin on this and go 2 rails, I think. Like that. Get right on the 2, right where he can roll up for the 3. That was a perfect shot, I think. I think he's got the cue ball going past the side too. If he doesn't, he'll just roll and bump off the rail. He'll hit the rail before the side pocket and get on the 3. Or he'll stop right where he is. He won't go all the way to the rail. He must be straight in. Therefore, he can't go all the way to the rail. He'll just roll it with speed and stay a certain spot right like that. Now he can stun this into the 8-ball with a little right bottom, or he can try to just roll it. Looks like he's going to draw out of it and not touch anything. Yep, good shot. That's what you call drawing out of a shot. Now he'll just, a light draw, 2 rails, just below center, not too low, because he wants the cue ball to get back straight in on the 5. Like that. Very good. These guys are good players. I'll tell you that, man. Shoot all the shots pretty good. Shoot and stop, or roll up. Lechner. I still don't know who's who, but I'll figure it out when I score. Like I said, I don't know a lot of these players. Right bottom and draw, and left bottom. This camera view sharking me a little bit. All right, that was Lechner. Okay, I know who's who now. This is Zielinski to break, left side, left bottom. Wow, it's amazing how easy the tables break over there. I've never seen a table break as easy as those tables over there. He'll draw back, play the 2 on the side, or he'll follow. Maybe tricky to try to draw it. He's going to go over and maybe shoot the 2 in the side. Looks like the safest shot. He's going to draw, like I said. I don't know why he went over there and looked at the other. He just looked at it. He thought he wanted to do that. He never was going to do that. Just draw back a little bit of angle on the 3 to go to the rail. Or he can stun off the rail and try to get better on it, like that. I still don't know if I know what I'm doing. That's the truth. I'm never going to say I'm going to do this. They just want me to commentate it. That's all I know. He looked like he's just going to try to spin off the rail a little bit right there. He may do something different. A lot of bottom left and just spin off the rail just a little. He didn't put enough spin on that, really. Gave himself a little more angle than he wanted, but he's still okay. He may draw this around. He's got a real jerky stroke. I don't know exactly. He followed it. Wow. He like stunned it. Weird. That was a weird way to shoot that ball. But it came out okay. He could follow this with right, or he could draw it 2 rails. The easiest way to shoot it is to draw 2 rails. You'll miss the ball less. Like that. He underhit it a little bit, but he's still all right. And these conditions are kind of soft, so this ball is no threat. You can just hit the rail or anything probably and make it. He's not afraid of this table. He knows that the conditions are easy. He's got some wild strokes, though. I think I said that about him before. He'll roll this ball, too, and come over. No, he killed it. Wow. I don't know when he's going to kill the ball or roll it the way he strokes the stick. Just stop with right or stun over. 1-1. Lechner breaking from the left side, left bottom. Another good break. I think he might have got snookered. It's close. If you can see the edge, these shots are not difficult on this table. You got to hit them real bad to miss them. Like I've said before, the secret to making a table difficult is not making the pocket real small. You have to flange the pockets. But if these tables ever got wet, like in Florida or somewhere, you couldn't even play on them. They'd need flippers probably. They play good in a dry climate. I can see that. My table plays like it needs flippers sometimes. It's got real pointy rails like this one. And If I didn't have that dehumidifier running, I probably couldn't even play on it. I mean, play to any good level, decent level. I think he's snookered. He's going to try to kick it somehow and create a safety. Or he can make it. I never know on these because it's a one-angle deal here. I think he's trying to make the ball. Sitting there with a lot of bottom. He's going to try to kick it in the corner past the 8. Or kick safe or make it. I don't know if he can make it in the corner or not. Well, shucks, he could make the ball the whole time. And how would I know? I mean, I only got one angle. And that's why I always keep saying it. I don't know if I'm any good at this. If you give me better filming, I could be better at it. But not like this. But the shot's going the wrong way for the 4. So now he's just going to roll up, looks like. He can't force the cue ball here because there's too much traffic. Try to come around. He wants to draw over here. That's a good shot, too. I still like his other play, just roll up. Because fitting that shot, you could draw too far and get behind the 6. Just roll up lightly, real slow. This is a lot tougher shot than he wanted. But he had a tough shot on the 2, so he couldn't control what was going to happen. He could draw this around 2 rails with a lot of right bottom and come around to the left of the 8 ball and hit the side rail, or he can follow it. He looks like he's following it somehow with some spin. A little bit of right, maybe. Yeah, I always knew he could miss that shot. At least he left something. Usually when they miss, they leave you nothing. But it is nothing, but it's something. If he could bank the 4 straight back down the table, he could roll over behind the 6. I hate these shots because the 5 ball's impeding on how you address it. It'd be a lot easier shot if the 5 ball wasn't there. A lot of people don't realize when there's a pool ball in the way of the cue ball, no matter if it's a foot from it, it still affects the shot quite a bit. Because he has to jack the cue up a little bit. He can't keep a level stick now. That's one thing that makes it difficult. He could thin the right side of the ball and try to come 2 rails behind the 8 and the 9. Just like that. He's going to get the little bounce. Wow, how good he hit that. Perfect. This is, I don't think he can hit it. He probably can hit it, but he can't do nothing with it. Oh, he can hit it. I see a way now. He can kick 2 rails and hit it. Or maybe if he can hit where he was pointing his cue, he's okay to hit it and hit it with some authority. This one he needs to kick hard because he's selling out if he doesn't hit it hard to make the cue ball and his object, the ball, go in a long ways from each other. Wow, he cut it. Well, he left a little bit of difficulty. There's no gimme. It's a hard shot to bank and get back. I can see that with the one-angle camera. He could cut it in with a lot of spin and flick it down there, but I don't know if he can control the position for the 5 ball. He might be better off to play safe again. These are situations where I mess up at a lot. I make serious mistakes here. It's an easy safety just to clip the 4 and put him back behind the 8 and the 9. It's not that hard a shot. But he could cut it in and come down table somehow. That's not bad. That's a good shot. That was actually a good shot to not go all the way down there. I would have tried to go all the way down. With a lot more spin. I think that was the most sensible play right there. He'll just put straight top, go up and down the table, shoot the 6 in the corner or the side. He's going to get the side. Perfect. He hit that ball pretty well. That was a good shot. He cues really strange to me. The cue's really low, kind of, and then comes up on the ball. He'll just roll it with straight right top and bounce off and shoot the 7 in the side. Just like that. Good shot. A little bit of left bottom. Aim thick on these shots and throw them in the pocket. Watch how he throws it in. See how he threw it in the hole? You amateurs need to pay attention to that one. He'll aim thick on this with left bottom, throw the ball in the hole. See that? Then he'll stop right there on this one. Doesn't throw that one, put it straight in. 2-1, Zielinski leads. Lechner breaking from the, no, Zielinski's breaking. From the left side, left bottom. 2 balls shot straight in the hole. And the cue ball got banked around the table. And that ball curved because it was going straight in the hole. There's no way. I saw it. It was going straight in and it missed, so it had to have curved just enough to miss the pot. There's no such thing as a straight pool table. I don't think I've ever seen one. Really hard to get one perfectly level. The difficulty with this shot is he's got not too hard of a shot, but he's gonna hit the 8 ball. Or he's gonna try to draw and miss it. He may roll right into it or draw it a little and miss it like that. That was a good shot. That took a little bit of talent. He's got a tricky shot right here, I'll tell you that. If he gets out of this one, I won't believe it. Almost. Yeah, I guess he can still draw out of it. He's going to draw and just miss the 8 and go 2 rails and play the 5 on the side. These rails are perfect for that shot, I'll tell you that. They'll respond on that shot nicely. He's perfect. Now he'll just draw back a little bit or roll forward. He wants to draw back and get a little angle on that 6. Just like that. Now he'll go to the rail, keep an angle on the 7 going down table for the 8. He'll put a little bit of right bottom on this and he'll stun it. He won't draw it as much. He'll draw it a little bit, he'll stun it more and just float to the rail like that. He went a little too far, but he's all right. He'll draw back. These guys don't mind these draws, but go to Florida and try to keep drawing these back. You wound up broke or something. He's going to draw straight back. Oh, he's stunned over. I think he under hit that severely. He meant to make that ball stun more, but he's okay. And you can still, these pockets are not, they'll let the ball in real easy. I'm surprised that didn't go. Just as soon as I said that, it hung one up. Oh, it's an amazing game, ain't it? This game makes you look like a fool so much. It's a crazy game. I don't know if that ball skid. It's the way he cues. He might have made it skid. You can make the ball skid the way you stroke sometimes. It's weird. I don't know. He can put some right on it and just come off the rail. He's going to try to draw it somehow. He doesn't want it to reverse. He wants the cue ball to get down table. That's why he drew it, because he's scared if he shoots it with high ball and tries to thin it, it might reverse. It might go against the rail too. That was a good shot. Not too bad. I don't know if he'll roll this and go 2 rails or just draw it lightly. I think I would roll this one. He's got some violent strokes too, with a little bit of right and just roll it in like that. A little bit of a mistake by Zielinski. Lechner ties it up, 2-2. Lechner breaking from the left side. Left bottom, drawing the cue ball to the side rail. Doesn't want to foul the break. I notice these guys are going ahead and hitting them. They're not, well, he babied those, and he didn't make that, and he fouled the break. But the guy's not going to give it to him. He's got a straight in shot. Roll up and bump the 3 or stun and bump the 9. I didn't like the way he swung at those. It was a little too casual. They should have a speed gun on it where you got to reach 20 miles an hour. Roll up. He missed the 3. Wow. Now he'll draw off the rail. If you don't reach the 20-mile-an-hour break speed, then it's ball in hand. And I think it should be ball in hand if you don't get 3 balls back. There's no rule here. He'll just pop this and draw off a little bit. He wants to get kind of straight on the 3, and he didn't. He wanted to get straighter on the 3 so he could just draw back. He can still draw out of it past the 9 though, I think, barely. He'll jack up and he'll pop it just a little, draw off like that. I don't know why he looks perturbed, but there's nothing wrong with that. He could just roll this in and play the 5 in the side, or he can draw back and play the 5 in the corner. That was a good shot. That was risky, that shot, but like I said before, the pockets are... I don't know how he missed that one. He shot it too easy. If he'd hit it harder, it would have went in that one down there. He'll just draw this a little like that with the left. Now he'll stun this one with some left, just below center with some left. Stun off the rail just a little bit like that, see? This is why you amateurs and weekend players and avid players, people that play at home, whatever, once a year players, you got to learn to stun the ball, draw off with your left bottom. He should have went straight down the table there, I thought. Just straight out on the table by the side, he would have been all right. But he's still okay. Shouldn't be no problem. He'll just go 2 rails lightly with left, like that. Shoot it in the side. Right bottom, draw down a little, or stun it, either one. Zielinski takes the lead, 3-2, breaking from the left side, left bottom, drawing the cue ball to the side rail. I made 2 balls on the break, and he's got a tough shot here. To get position on the 3, you'd have to death roll this one. I call it the death roll, because you're just hanging yourself out to dry. There is a safety if he doesn't make it, though. Looks like, kind of. But slow rolling shots like this in are just rolling. Because a lot of times, like I said, you don't know how the table rolls all the time. Even if the table was perfectly straight, I don't think you could roll these in perfectly every time. Still, you can shoot this shot firm and make it a lot easier, I think. You know, hitting it with a little more speed. But he needs to slow roll it to hold shape for that 3 ball, see? That's what's puzzling him. There's an easy safety, though, it looks like. He could bump the 2 into the bottom rail and go just past the 9 and then put the cue ball behind the 4. That's what I'm going to start doing more of, because I'm getting too old to shoot at these shots. I've been thinking about it. I'm always trying to be a hero. Wound up a 0. All right, let's see what he does. Cut it in real slow or bump it and play safe. Oh, he bumped it and played safe the other way. That's a good shot, too. There's nothing wrong with that either. Either way, it was the prudent play was to play safe. Either way. This is a hard ball to hit the way he's trying to hit it. He's gonna. Oh, he can hit it. He can see the edge of it. He'll send it over there behind the 3 and the 6 somehow, the 7. If he can see the edge of it, that's what he should do. He's looking at kicking now, I think. No? He's looking at spinning it into it. I don't like that shot. Well, maybe... Oh, he can get behind it that much, enough to kick it like that. If he can get behind the ball enough, like he's pointing, then it's got some merit to it, kicking it that way. This is the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network. Lechner's trying to kick this ball safe. He doesn't want to kick it in, there's no position. He's going to spin around it, try to create something. He could spin around it and thin it, and then go behind the 4 off the rail, down to the bottom rail, and the cue ball would go out past the 5. That's not impossible. to play that shot. If he can see, get around the 9, he's not blocked by the 9 completely. I mean, not enough to where he can't play some kind of shot. I'll tell you, that's not the worst shot in the world because he didn't sell out. He almost put that ball right behind the 5, too. I don't know why it took him that long to shoot that shot, though. That's crazy. That's what's killing pool is you can't... Even if we look stupid, I would rather see a player play fast. Even if I look stupid, I would rather play fast. I don't like this taking forever. He'll draw down behind the 3 and the 6, maybe. Just bank the ball around by the 4 somehow and just... He's got a two-way shot. He could play the ball to make it, and he underhit it. That might not be... No, he's made a serious mistake. They're letting him see that ball. He had a two-way shot. He could have made the ball and got shape on the 3, and then if he misses it, he gets safe too. The three-way shot. What's he got here? He's just trying to thin it and go back down where it is. Or he could shoot and bank it real slow and try to put the cue ball right behind the 4. That's not impossible, that shot. You're hanging yourself out to dry if the cue ball don't roll right, though. He's got a lot of ways to get him safe if he just thins it and go back where he is. But there's always a scratch there. Yeah, he did the one where I said behind the 4. But he hit that way too hard. Way, way, way too hard. Now he's got a bank shot. He'll just bank it in and he's got a shot on the 3. Right there. He's going to stop right there. Good shot. These tables bank good because the rails are nice. He'll draw with bottom and try to stop it. He could follow it, but he doesn't know exactly what's going to happen if he follows it. He can just, I think he can just shoot it with left bottom and make it, and the cue ball will stick right there and the 6 will go away. And then he's just barely got a shot on the 4. He's taking a longer shot, but I think it's the prudent play. But if it's on, if that shot's doable, I can't tell exactly. It looks like it is. It might be better than trying to follow it, make the 3, bump the 6, and go to the bottom rail and then come off. But it's so sticky down here, and here where I am, pool's brutal right now, summertime. I don't know why he's even looking at this. It ain't even a bad hit. It's crazy. That's what I was wondering what happened if the cue ball would weasel behind the 7, but it didn't. That wasn't even close. That wasn't even worth looking at as far as bad hit. These guys are too careful. Here, he could just shoot straight top, come back, and hit the... He's going to try to draw around and play it in the side. That was the right shot there because it was too tricky to try to go around. He might miss position. Good shot. He'll follow this with right top and bounce off the middle of the table like that. And he'll just stop right there, and he's got a perfect angle to get on the 7. Where he had an angle. See, I can't tell if he's got an angle all the time. It looked like he was straight. And he'll just draw back a little. Like that. Good shot. His table draws like it's heated or something. It's incredible. He'll just draw with a little left bottom. He stunned it. This guy here, his strokes are in outer space. But he's a good player. He can play with them like that. 4-2, Zielinski leads. Lechner's breaking from the left side. They go in like they're marbles or something. It's amazing how easy a table breaks. They don't even like put no effort into it, and they make 2-3 balls, or one at least. They get plenty of them going back. It's really dry. He'll hit straight top, just go between the 9 and the 4, and bounce back out to the middle of the table for the 4 ball. Looks like it's, unless it's he might have to put a little right on it to miss the 9. That's where you amateurs need to pay attention on a shot like this. If he doesn't put a little bit of right spin on it, it might not miss that 9 ball. Or he might not need it. I still can't tell because, it's always one angle on the camera. But he just wants to lightly follow it and bounce between the 9 and the 4 and come back to the middle of the table. I used to be real good at this shot. I'm starting to miss it more. I don't know why. Oh, he barely got that one in. But he hit it perfect, just like I said. Now he put a little bit of left top, and he'll go 2 rails over by the side pocket, right where he's at. He's looking right there, see? And he'll hit high on the cue ball this time, but these guys don't hit high enough on the cue ball. If they played me straight pull, I'd ruin them. It's got to hit real high on the cue ball, but they stun the ball still, even when they follow it, all these guys. It's weird how they play. Boy, he hit that good. Most tables, you couldn't get that ball where he got it. These rails are so responsive and so active when you hit them. And they play real good long as it's dry. I can see that. If this table gets wet, it won't be no fun at all, I guarantee you. If it gets any kind of crazy humidity around it. He's just going to draw back a little. I don't know why he went over there and looked, or stopped. Oh, he couldn't go back because he had an angle. He'll just roll this lightly with straight top. See how he's hitting low? That's what I'm talking about. They cue the ball real funny for me. I would never hit. That's why he missed it. Because he cued it low. He doesn't know he cued it wrong. It's the same pocket that Zielinski missed in a while ago. All right, he'll put right top on this and come off and bounce off the rail. And just a little bit of right. Going like that. It's okay. Now he'll just draw away. He'll either follow it and just bump the 9 or just draw out of it and not hit the 9 with the right bottom. Just going to draw out of it like that. So you guys are learning some pool lingo today, drawing out of the shot. Left bottom and draw over, stun or roll. He stun rolled the ball. Got to call them all, don't you? 5-2, a little mistake for Lechner there. Zielinski's breaking left side, left bottom. Look at that break, perfect on the 9 ball. You got 3. My table, I got a dehumidifier running. You can't even, half the time I can't get 2 balls back in the kitchen because it's so wet here and sticky and weird. This table here is like it's in Siberia or somewhere. It's so dry. He'll just jack up and hit it on the middle and pop it. He doesn't want to roll this because it's just not the kind of shot when you're against the rail, you got a little cushion, you want to just pop it a little. And then he rolled it. He did pop just a little on it because he had to jack up just a little. He hit that nice. 6-2, Zielinski leads. The match is getting out of hand for Lechner now. But this is the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network. But I still don't know if I'm any good at this. But I'm better at it by myself, that's for sure. Unless I could be in the booth with someone that truly appreciates me, then I would want to do it that way. Left bottom, drawing the cue ball to the side rail. Like that. It is amazing how easy this table breaks. It really is. The 7 ball's tied up, a little unlucky. He'll cut this in, he's gonna hit it hard enough, he'll come all the way back and bounce off. Or he could roll it real slow. But it looks like he could hit it firm and come straight back between the 3 and the 9 and then back out. And he could touch the 9 somehow if he tried it that way and disturb those two coming back or going forward. But I don't know, we'll see if he'll elect to hit it firm or slow roll it. Try to stay in the middle of the table. I think he's going to hit it firm. He's wounding up a little bit. No, he slow rolled it. Oh, and he butchered it. And he left. I can't tell. He may be able to spin, put some left on it. The 6 is in the way a little bit for that. He may have to play safe. Bank at 2 rails and draw the cue ball over behind the 8. Like. He should have hit that shot harder. He came down, like I said. But it's easy to say that from here. I don't know if he can make it or, like I said, yeah, he could put left on it and spin around the ball a little bit. And that's what he did. Now he'll put just a little bit of left top and he'll go 2 rails right over there where he is by that side pocket. It's the easiest way to get on the ball. You could draw it 2 rails and play it another way, but that's the easiest way to play that shot. You amateurs need to pay attention how pros just use 2 rail shape all the time. It's the easiest way to, with a little bit of spin. And the speed of your shots are better that way when you use the rails more. When you use more than 1 rail, but I've been accused of using too many, but I probably do sometimes. He'll stun over a little. He wants to get where he can just use the rail to bounce off. Because he wants to land right on that 6, right in the middle, with an angle where he can bump this 9, go right into the 9 and the... Oh, stop. He's all right. He's going to have to stun it into it now. If he would have stopped a little earlier, he could have just rolled into it, but now he's got to stun it. He better hit it kind of hard to create something. Oh, he missed it. A little bit of a mistake there. Now he's going to have to kick at it. This is a tough kick. I hate this kick. Yeah, he's in disbelief. All he can do is just kick 1 rail. There is a way to get out of this. I think Ephraim would be good at this shot. Kick 1 rail and just clip the right side of the 7 over there. Well, maybe he can see the edge of the 7 ball. If he can see the edge of the 7 ball, he should thin the 7 to the rail and come back down the table. I don't think he can see the edge of it. It doesn't look like it. These guys really, really get their panties in a wad, though, when they get in trouble, I'll tell you that. He needs to just shoot to the side rail if he can't clip it, and to the side rail, thinning it. Kick to the side rail and hit the edge of the 7, send the cue ball down table. It's one of my worst shots. It really is. You know, if he misses the whole ball, he doesn't sell out. Basically. That's the right shot. Ephraim would have already shot it. Kick to the side rail, clip the right side of the 7, and send the cue ball down table. Well, actually, he can see the edge of the ball. I don't know why he hasn't shot it already if he could see the edge of the ball. Why did it take him that long to shoot that shot? That's crazy. That's what's killing Poole right there. In a nutshell. Gotta have a clock on it, whether he looks stupid or not. People won't. We can't attract the general public standing around all day. Cut to the chase. They don't have attention span for us. 0. So You got to try to accommodate him with faster play. He's going to thin it down behind the 8, 2 rails. He'll just cut it to the side rail. God, he tried to cut the ball in the pocket down the corner. That's really, really crazy. Try to take that shot on. That shot was impossible. I mean, you look like a genius if he made it, but wow. He had a shot to play safe there. Just bump it down to the... He'll just roll up on this, use the rail. He could come straight down the table or just stun it 2 rails. I think he's going straight down the table on this one. Yep. You can never tell how this guy, how he addresses the ball. You never know what he's going to do. Just stop right there or stun. Never could I know what he's going to do exactly most of the time, because his strokes are really violent. That's not a good word. Left bottom, driving the cue ball to the side rail. Zielinski leads 7-2. Look at this break. He whiffled the cue ball all the way around the table. You can't even get a ball to do that on most tables, how far that ball went. Try that on down south here somewhere. It won't go, it'll go to the bottom rail down there, and that's it. That ball traveled another 10 foot further than it normally would. Is he going to try to jump it? He was aiming to jump. He's trying to play hopscotch on this one. I guess he's feeling good. 7-2, he feels invincible now. He can do anything. He's going to have to roll out or try to kick safe. This is the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. Like and follow if you enjoy this. I'm Earl Strickland for the Billiard Network. I still say there's got to be another way to play pool than this. There must be. Somewhere where the player plays against himself. I don't like competing against other players. I want to compete against myself. That's the only way I see it now, after 50 years of playing. 51 this year, my 51st year playing pool. The only way I see it is I want to play against myself. I don't want to compete against people. I want to compete against a guy, but I'm playing against myself. That's the way it should be, like golf. We're never going to like each other playing like this. He's just too lucky. Going to roll out down table, down by the corner. Look at that, he almost curved right in the pocket. See what I'm talking about? You know he didn't roll towards that point. He rolled it an inch or two before it, and it almost wound up in the pocket, so that's no illusion. He's just going to bump this ball and use the 5 and a 9 to get him safe. He's going to bump it on the left side just a little, let the cue ball drift over towards the corner. Bank the cue ball back down the table just a little bit. It's not too hard a shot. You just got to get the speed right. I see what it is now. People keep interfering. Their tables are too close. That's another thing about pool that I can't stand. That you've got people when you're playing a profession and you got somebody in your way. That's unacceptable. I don't care what anybody says. You can call me whatever you want. Kill me, whatever, I don't care. That's unacceptable that someone's in my way when I'm trying to perform. That's what I like about matchroom events. They'll never let anybody interfere with you at a table. And they keep the tables clean and dry, and they don't let you practice on them. That's another thing. Professionals should never get to practice on the tournament tables because they rough them up, mess them up before we get to play on them. He's just going to roll it nice and slow, like, I think, or he's taking it on. It looks like he's revving up a little, taking on the cut. all the way around the table. Yeah, he did. This may come all the way around and leave him straight in. It's so boingy. Oh, it came all the way around and dead. It hit something and rocked it back. Oh, like a little pebble or something, and gave him a shot. Oh, poor Lechner can't get a roll right now. He actually had one until it landed on a little pebble. He can't actually cut it in. He's snookered by a little bit. So he's gonna jump and try to play safe, or I think he's gonna jump and just stop it and play safe. That's the right shot. Yeah. And he made it. Wow. How lucky is that stick? Wow. It's the luckiest cue ever. There's another problem with pool. That cue. You keep letting people alter the match with that stick. Lechner needs to win a game. Now he can't win a game because that stick just stopped him from winning the game. This is a tough shot. I practiced this shot all my life. You got to jack up. You got to take it on. There's no buts and bits about this shot. Right bottom, kind of. Fire it in, stun the cue ball. Good shot. That kid shows he's a good shooter making that shot. I don't care what size the pocket is. That's a tough shot. Nice shot by Zielinski there, Wiktor Zielinski. He's got to follow it with 2 rails, like that. A little angle in the 7 where he can draw her for the 8. He might follow down. I like following this shot more than drawing it. A lot of guys draw out of this. He's got to follow it, though. He's getting smart already. Yeah. Good shot. It doesn't matter where you land on this table, really. See, this, you can draw right out of this. You can hit the rail. See how far you hit up the rail? My table, that ball won't go. If you hit the rail like that, it'll draw. Stun it forward. Leads 8-2, Zielinski. This looks like curtains. This match is on ice. All them cliches. Left bottom, Lechner breaking. I saw Lechner play once before. I mean, I've done some of his matches, and he played better than this, the other matches. But that's the way pool is. You don't always play good or play well, whatever you want to call it. Pool's such a fickle game, and it's unfair. I think pool's an unfair game. It is. I don't think that Lechner's got lucky in this match. They both broke well and got shots. He's just got to, the 9 won't go here. He's got to just stop it on the 9. Shoot the 2 and stop it and let it stick on the 9. I think he can do that. If he can't, he'll have to, it must be frozen against it where he can't do it. Look at me, he could just stick it. No, he can't. He's got to go place, he's going to go 4 rails behind the 6 and the 5, like a pinball, like this. This shot is, you can play real well on this table, that shot. There's a lot of tables you can't do that on, because the rails are mushy. I'm surprised he didn't get him right behind the 6, because that shot was on for the 4 rail, maybe 5 rail safe. 4 rail safe. 4, couldn't go 5. I can't see now. But I'm excited about the U.S. Open. I'm in the field. I'm set to go, and I'm training. But it still doesn't mean it's going to do me any good. I'm so old now. But I'm trying as hard as I can to be able to play and compete. I don't know what he's going to do here. Try to bank it in or thin it and get safe. Yeah, he tried to bank it. He didn't hit it too bad. And he finally left a shot. Jeezers. Somebody finally got a shot off a miss or a jump stick or something. I think it should be ball in hand when you miss. That's what it should be. Play race to 21. Play a longer race. He'll just draw this or roll it lightly. Now he drew it just a little with left. Now he'll just draw back or stun to the rail. He doesn't have to do too much because the 4 is right there. He needs to put a lot of spin on it and spin off a little. These guys don't spin these shots as much as I do. And he drew back. Now, almost snookered himself. Look how easy that ball draws. It's crazy. You could never draw a ball like that around here, not in the summer. Left top, bounce off, straight out. God, he went 2 rails. Huh. He's playing all his shots different than the way I would have. You know, all he had to do was put left top, come straight out. But either way, he was going to get the same shot. He needs to draw back just a little bit. A little touch draw. Just draw it back. Just a little. Now he'll put right top and float. He needs quite a bit of right on it. And float back in between the 7 and the 8. And shoot the 7 down in the corner on his right. Just put a lot of spin on it and shoot it kind of slow. Just let the rail wing it back like that. Good shot. Now he'll roll this in, probably with a little bit of right top. He'll just roll it in, nice and slow. Bounced off. He stunned it just a little so it would get off the rail. He didn't want it to stick. So he hit that on the middle more than he hit it on the top. Now he'll hit this one just below center with left and pop it just a little. God almighty. He's playing all these shots. If he was on a real wet table, he wouldn't play them like that, I guarantee you. Left bottom and just stop. This table is conducive to moving the cue ball more because the rails are real active. 8-3, a little bit of comeback. Lechner, Zielinski breaking left side. Alternate break, you feel like you're a dead man when you're down 8-3 in an alternate break. You feel like the player's got to hold his serve one time. But I've seen it not happen, especially in 10 ball. I've been down 5 or 6, 7-1. I was down one time. I remember playing in the Expo tournament. I won the match, race to 10. Alternate break, 10 ball, it's more likely. But 9 ball, you figure the player, if he gets you 8-3, he's going to break and run one rack maybe before it's over. But it doesn't have to happen. He's going to play some kind of safe because I don't think that he can take this on. There's no position. There's no way to pocket. He can pocket the 1 in the corner, but I don't think he can get the cue ball. He might get it where he can get a long shot and cut the 2 in past the 5, but I don't think he can get back down table unless it clicks off something, does something weird. He's doing something. Yeah, I knew he was going. He was going for it the way he was reacting with the cue. All right, he's left the shot. All he's got to do is make it and draw over underneath the 4 ball. Or he could follow it too, real slow, and go down to the bottom rail and bounce off and get the 2. And again, he's got a problem with the 7 ball. It's tied up. Either way, he could roll this or draw it to get on that 2 ball. Boy, his strokes are wild for me. But he does stop with the cue, and that was made some difference in his delivery. He wounds up a little bit and then he stops, and that's good that he stops to cue. Doesn't keep jerking all the way through the backswing and the follow through. He'll just follow this lightly out to the middle of the table. He might go 2 rails or just 1 rail with left top. Left top, 1 rail. Always got to call 2 or 3 different ways because the player has a lot of options. I can't tell if the 7 goes past the 9 either. He could play the 9 ball. If it doesn't, it looks like the 9's playable. And he's looking at that. He's looking to see if it goes or if he can play the 9. It's sitting perfect to play the 9, looks like to me, with a little inside. And he'll draw this 2 rails just below center with left and just pop it just a little like that. Don't go too low on some of these shots because you don't want the cue ball to draw too much. Now he'll put left bottom on this and just pop it just a little. Stun it like that. And he'll stop right there. He's perfect to stop and keep a little angle on the 6 so he can get down on the 7 to play that carom or if the 7 goes in. It's not impossible to come back. He needs to break and run out on his serve. Shoot and stop. Didn't play any tennis today. Played like 10 days in a row. My feet were hurting. I took the day off. I don't know if he's going to try to draw into him or draw over and play the 7 in the side, or, yeah, he's doing something. Trying to draw into him, I think. No, he drew over for the 7 in the side. Very good. He hit that really good. It drew like a ping pong ball. Those carbon sticks draw nice. And with the conditions, it's just even more conducive. We'll just draw this too. Stun the 9 over. Good shot. Stop right there. 8-4 Zielinski leads. Lechner's breaking. Left side, left bottom. He needs to break and run this rack. That was nice. The 2 ball went down in the corner for him, where he didn't get anything down here. He's fortunate something went down there, and it's actually not a bad leave. He'll just shoot the 1 on the side and draw over a little bit where he can shoot past the 7. He'll put a little left bottom on this. This is where you amateurs need to pay attention. He'll aim thick on this ball and put some left, and he'll throw the ball in the pocket. He won't really actually cut it in. So that's what you guys need to do, is start throwing the shots in the pocket, unless it's a cut shot. Most shots you want to throw them in. Good shot. It didn't look like he had that much angle, that he couldn't go where he went. It's just an illusion, this one-angle camera. When they zoom in, you can tell a lot better what the player has, what he's dealing with. As easy as this table draws, all he's got to do is just draw straight back and play the 4 on our left corner pocket up there. Unless he can get the ball off the rail, looks like he's going to try to whip it off the rail somehow. No, he did exactly what I said. He drew straight back. He drew it 2. That's perfect. God, does that ball draw easy. There's no way you can draw a ball that easy on the eastern seaboard of the United States. I can promise you that. It ain't even possible. Unless you heat the table or armor all it. If I armor all the table, it'll draw like that. But if you just let everything be a little creepy and dirty, and the table's not been cleaned, and it may be a little rain outside, you'd have to swing as hard as you could to draw as far as he did. These guys, I don't know if they know, there's some different conditions than what they're playing. He's going to draw at 2 rails and beat that 8 ball barely. Just like that. Beautiful. He doesn't want to get straight. That's perfect right there. And he'll follow this one. He'll hit straight top. It'll go straight down the rail, straight down the table. That's what he wants it to do. It could come over to the side rail. You can make a mistake and get down there hitting it a little funny. But he should go straight down the table like that. And he did kind of go to the side rail, which is a mistake. A little bit. Now this shot's a little creepy. He's got to shoot it real slow with left. In this shot, you want to aim thick for you amateurs. You want to aim a little bit thick on this and put some left on it and trust it. That's what you want to do on this shot. It's all trust. If he doesn't put any left and aim the way I said, the cue ball will go and he'll wound up on the wrong side of the 7 ball. He won't have a shot for this corner on the right here. Unless he's going to come all the way down and play it in the side. I think he's doing something else. Because he doesn't, no, he did exactly what I said. That's the way I would have played it. It's a harder shot, but it lands you right on the 7, see? You could have tried to come down and play the 7 in the side or down the other corner, but that was tricky. He hit it well. He'll put some left top and check the cue ball. Stay on this side of the 9 like that. Now he can just draw back. On the East Coast right now, you got to follow this shot. You won't dare draw it. You might miss cue. It's crazy. You got to play a totally different game. I went and played a tournament not long ago. It was so sticky, I couldn't play at all. I couldn't even think. He's going to follow it because he doesn't want to miss cue. That's the smart way to play that shot. A lot of guys draw that shot all the time, but I'll follow it all the time. I like following the ball. He'll just stun this or stop it. I still say it should be a 5x10 and play some kind of game where you're playing against yourself. This ain't hard enough. Zielinski still leads 8-5. There's the break I was talking about, how you're going to eventually break and run a rack. It's just inevitable that when you get way behind like that, an alternate break, you're probably going to lose. And this is curtains. I still can't believe the way these tables break. They break, this table plays like video pool or something. Like, you can just break and make balls all day long. You can't do that around here. It's impossible. Right bottom, he'll draw 2 rails or 2 rails. Uh-oh. He might have lost, at the start to say for a minute it was going to boing behind the 6 because he didn't have the spin on it, but he did. It's still dry enough. If it was like back east, like here somewhere on the East Coast, that ball would have lost the spin and then would have boinged right under the 6 ball. This table is super dry, and that's why the spin stayed on the ball. He'll just roll it, shoot the 4 in the side. This is his only chance right here that he could miss this ball, but I don't think he's going to miss this. This is not that hard a shot either. He'll just draw over the left bottom. A little bit of angle on the 5. Now he'll just follow out. He did get a little more angle than he wanted. It's still no problem. He could draw this over there too. Because the table draws so easy, he could draw it and it might be easier, but he's going to follow it. Just create a little angle, go back to the middle. He went too far. He hit that too hard. He was supposed to stay right in the middle of the side pockets. But, again, the conditions here, he would be in trouble on most tables around here, but look at that. It's like a bar table. It's like video pool. But it looks like he's got it now. He can follow this or stop the ball for the side. He'll follow it and shoot. I would follow it and shoot the 9 in the right, on our right, the corner on our right. Just follow it. Wow, he underhit that. It's funny how when you feel you have a chance to win, you could make a mistake. It's for the win. There it is. Zielinski wins over Lechner, 9-5. Thanks for watching the Billiard Network. For more great pool action around the world, I'm Earl Strickland saying goodbye.